Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Iowa and books and discussions and something that was supposed to go into effect on January 1st that doesn't look like it's going to now. And we will run through what occurred, what parts are standing, what parts have been temporarily halted, and where everything goes from here. Okay, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, in Iowa, the legislature there put through a law that it curtailed a whole lot of stuff in schools. And it went to a federal court, and the judge was like, yeah, no. And put a temporary injunction in place. Temporary being the key word. So right now it's not going to be enforced, but there's this whole case that's going to have to play out. It really has to do with three main components. The first is the banning of books, because that's a thing. The judge said that it was incredibly broad, and it resulted in having history books removed from schools, classics, award-winning novels, and then, quote, even books designed to help students avoid being victims. To protect the kids and all. All right, that part, it's not going into effect. The whole book ban part of it is not going into effect right now. The other part was a ban on identity, orientation, basically anything having to do with the LGBTQ plus community. That was struck down. It's not going into effect temporarily. It was described as wildly overbroad. The third component is the requirement to notify parents if the student requests a pronoun change or something like that. That will go into effect. The judge didn't actually make a determination on that. The plaintiffs didn't have standing to challenge it. If you're going to take something to court, it has to be something that impacts you, and it doesn't. So that part stands. The other two, they are temporarily halted. This is a law that when you read through it, it is wildly overbroad is a really good description of it. I don't feel like it's going to stand. With the exception of the pronoun changes, depending on whether or not somebody can get a case up there that actually has standing. That may be challenged, but even if it is, that one might stand. That might stand. Because the way the laws work on that, it's notifying the parent of information. It is unlikely that one gets struck down in Iowa. The ban on discussions and the book ban, they're probably not going to hold up. As this case moves through, it's going to be one of those things where this is way too broad. It's a clear violation. You're not going to be able to do this. But right now, educators have a reprieve for the moment. But this is something they have to watch, because if that injunction gets lifted or something like that, they have to comply with it until it is struck down or changed. But for the moment, it's going in the right direction. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.